What's up guys, Omni here. You know how it goes, another day, another video. This morning I tweeted, I wake. What news topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about today? And if you're watching this video the day that I release it, then today is inauguration day, aka the day that Trump leaves presidency and Biden and Kamala Harris get sworn in. As of right now, it's 12 p.m. and that just happened. Kamala Harris just got sworn in and I think Biden's giving his speech right now. So we'll talk more about that later in the video. We'll talk about Trump and what he did on his last day of presidency and some of the big things that happened. But I do have an important announcement today, and that is that today is day 100 of me uploading every day for the rest of my life. We did it. On October 11th, 2020, I made this tweet on Twitter and I said, daily uploads start tomorrow. If I miss a day, I will quit YouTube forever. So yeah, it's it's kind of crazy. We did it. Obviously, a lot of the replies in today's tweet was asking me how I feel about it, how I feel about, you know, doing 100 days of uploading on YouTube every single day. Number one, I'll say that I feel incredibly proud of myself. Like, I feel like this is an achievement that I honestly wasn't even sure that I could do. I try to set the bar high so that if I fail, that I'm still doing okay. But 100 uploads is just absolutely ridiculous. It's not something that I ever thought that I could actually do. So I do feel very proud of myself because I used to be one of those content creators that you would make one of those videos and be like, why I haven't uploaded? Why I haven't uploaded? I was one of those kind of YouTubers. So it feels good to kind of break away from that and get the consistency stone. Number two, I am tired. I am tired. It does take a lot of mental energy to wake up every morning early and grind and research and figure out video topics and get up and record and edit. I do it all by myself. This is a one-man team. So I am pretty tired. There were a lot of days where I would have to wake up earlier than normal because something would happen. There were some days where I was depressed or sad or there was emergencies and I just pushed through all of it. And somehow I made it happen. So yeah, it was incredibly hard. And I am a little bit fatigued, yes. However, the end result and where we are now on this channel has been worth every single second, man. I just can't believe how much support you guys have been showing. You guys have been showing up to all my videos in spades. We have a whole bunch of subscribers now. We're getting crazy. You guys are allowing me to do this full time. I just got laid off at my job when this all had happened. So I was just trying to create something, and yeah, that's how I feel about the whole 100 days. It's a big deal. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really glad for those of you who've been a part of this journey, who've been just watching me, who've been chilling and listening, relaxing, giving me feedback, telling me about news, telling me what to talk about. You guys were a part of that journey as well, and you helped make that happen. So I'm not gonna sit here and waste your time saying thank you all day, but just wanted to start off and say thank you. I appreciate you guys coming here every day, hitting the like button, hitting the bell notification. You guys helped make this happen. So thank you so much. And yeah, let's talk about everything else. We're going to keep this video short because there's not a lot to talk about. So yeah, let's go. So Gabe tweeted, stop messing around and start a subreddit, you coward. Fellas, if you guys missed my stream yesterday, my celebratory stream on Twitch, I have one. It's reddit.com/r/Inferno Omni. There's only 125 readers in here. I made this years ago, just thinking that I would just make one just for the sake of making one, but I never used it. Come join the subreddit, okay? Because I do want to make this a place where it can grow and be big, and occasionally I do want to start making videos where I review the subreddit. I think over time, if we can make the community here on Reddit really big, then I can have days where I, look at what it is that you guys are posting, and it would be absolutely hilarious, absolutely fun. I think that would be a great addition to the channel. If you got a couple of seconds, pause the video, come hit in and come join the Reddit like ASAP. I have a feeling this could be the start of something legendary if we create this and you guys come through. Just come through, okay? All right. Gamer Guide and like at least 100 of you said inauguration and Trump leaving. So yeah, it's official. Trump is no longer president of the United States. Kamala Harris, that's vice president. She's the first black woman and first Asian American woman to be sworn in as vice president. And Biden is, I think, the second Roman Catholic president to be sworn in, and I think it's the 46th president in the world. I'm pretty sure it's 46th president. And yeah, it's official. It's actually happening. And as of now, nothing crazy has happened. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of people were kind of worried about this day because after the whole events that happened at Capitol Hill, there's like 20,000 troops right now in DC to make sure that nothing bad happens, okay? They're making sure that nothing similar to the insurrection that happened at Capitol Hill repeats itself when, you know, the president is being sworn into office. By the way, I'm specifically recording this video while the inauguration is happening so that we can see some of the memes, some of the replies. And yeah, I think Biden just made his first official post on twitter.com. So let's go take a look. So yeah, this was Biden's first tweet of the day. It's a new day in America. It's a crazy monumental day for America for many reasons. I mean, obviously it's the whole dethroning of Trump more than the inauguration of Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more so like a lot of people are celebrating the fact that they got Trump out of presidency. That seems to be much more of a bigger factor than compared to like, say, like Obama, when, you know, when he came in, it wasn't getting rid of somebody, it was, you know, putting in a first black male president. So yeah, so let's take a quick look and see what's trending on Twitter because it's some of this stuff is actually really funny. So apparently Dear Joe is trending because it says the White House confirms President Trump left a note for President-elect Biden. So there is a note there from Trump. Usually that happens, all presidents, when they leave a letter, they leave a note saying like this or whatever. And then eventually they might share it, they might not. But the memes already. Dear Joe, my dad owns Xbox. You will get banned. This tweet says, Dear Joe, it is a picture of a girl crying as she writes on her crayon. Person tweeted, President Biden going to walk into the White House and see the note, Dear Joe. And it's a picture of somebody looking at a bird that just says whore. Anyway, I don't know what the note says, but I'm curious to see what President Trump's last words on office were for Biden. I feel like he doesn't have anything nice to say. I'm very curious because, you know, obviously the guy is really salty. He's just been salty for the past couple of weeks/months now. So I'm curious what he's going to say. Maybe he doesn't say anything bad. We'll find out. And apparently Michelle Obama was trending as well this morning because she just looks good, you know, like she's obviously one of the most famous, most popular first ladies in terms of, like, I guess I want to say history, in terms of fashion, in terms of her personality, in terms of her speech. She's very, very popular worldwide. But there's a clip. We can just watch that right now. It doesn't appear to be any sound, but it's your boy Obama. It's your boy. It's my boy. It's my dad. And it's my mom. As you guys can see, there are no publics, okay? This is a private meeting. This is not like thousands of people out there waiting, obviously, because of, you know, COVID. And also probably because of security. But yeah, they got the, they look good. All right, that's enough Twitter. That's some of the things that are trending. Let's go talk about Trump and some of the things that he did on his last day. One of the biggest things that he did before he left was he just pardoned like 50 million people, which is very common for most presidents. They usually pardon a bunch of people before they leave. But he also did a couple things that were kind of questionable that a lot of people are talking about on his last like final moments in office. So all right, we'll just take a look at CNN. It said Trump's last minute pardons include Bannon, Lil Wayne, and scores of others. Because you didn't know, I think the biggest one that most people recognize is Lil Wayne. If you guys didn't know, he was in jail. I think he was in jail. He's a felon. He's a convicted felon. And he got put in jail. I think he was sentenced for like 10 years for owning like a gold gun or something like that. He got caught with a gold gun. He's a felon. He's not supposed to have weapons. And he was in jail for like 10 years, but he got pardoned because your boy Lil Wayne sponsored him while he was running for presidency again for his second term. And there's a picture of Lil Wayne, you know, saying like, yeah, I support Trump. And then he got pardoned. So I'll just read a little bit for you guys. I won't read the whole thing, just some of the most important parts. But it says the batch of 73 pardons and 70 commutations issued in the final hours of his presidency was expected and is keeping with a long-standing presidential tradition of exercising clemency powers at the last minute. It continues, the vast majority of the pardons and commutations on Trump's list were doled out to individuals whose cases have been championed by criminal justice reform advocates, including people serving lengthy sentences for low-level offenses. But several controversial names do appear, including Steve Bannon, who has pleaded not guilty to charges he defrauded donors in a Rebuild a Wall online fundraising campaign. I don't know if you guys remember that. But when Trump was running for president, he was saying he was going to build an entire wall to block off Mexico. Trump had spent the past days deliberating over a pardon for the man who had helped him win the presidency in 2016 and followed him to the White House. So yeah, this is a way for basically Trump to pardon people who helped him basically get president in the first place. And if you supported him over the years and then you went to jail for him, this pardon list probably has you in it. But yeah, there's more people on the pardon list, but those are some of the big names. What's interesting, however, is that his family and himself are not on the list. So a lot of people thought that Donald Trump might try to pardon himself at one point in time. That isn't the case. I don't think it's been explained why he hasn't done that or if he needed to do do so in the first place, but there's a lot of controversy around him and things that have been happening that could be illegal, and things that have been happening around his family as well. But that's one of the biggest things that they're not on the list. Also, Joe Exotic. The Tiger King, okay? The Tiger King. I know you guys remember the Tiger King. He was waiting with a limo outside the prison, and he did not get the Trump pardon. Okay, so it was a meme at this point, but everybody wanted Trump to pardon Joe Exotic. If you guys don't know who he is, he's the Tiger King. It was a Netflix series. He went to jail because I think he had some charges pressed against him for endangering tigers, and yeah, he's in jail for that. It was a crazy story. I can't even begin. That Carol Baskins, and everyone thinks that Carol Baskins fed her husband to a tiger. That was insane, okay? Anyway, here's a clip of the limo and basically waiting outside.
The Joe Exotic limo is fueled. The driver is standing by. We are ready for the pardon tomorrow. We want to thank President Trump in advance for his signature. It's going to make the day great. Right the wrong. This will be the truck for freedom.
And that aged poorly. I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to see Joe Exotic get pardoned just because I think it would have made for some good comedy TV, some good TV. If he came back and did more Tiger King, if this guy got released, this would be absolutely hilarious. There would be so much drama around it. He's one of the craziest people I've heard of. And if you haven't seen Tiger King, I highly recommend it. So yeah, he didn't get his pardon. And guys, finally to wrap it up, apparently one of the things that you guys wanted me to talk about was some of the last minute policy changes that Trump basically put in place. So before he left, he was like, all right, I'm gonna set some things, I'm gonna do a couple more things, and then I'm out.
Administration introducing a flurry of 11th hour policy changes. One of them considered a win for those fighting opioid addiction. The Trump White House is now letting almost all doctors prescribe a treatment drug that experts say is highly effective. It's called buprenorphine.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Let's go to something else. And there's something about light bulbs. I'll just play it from here.
He says the administration doesn't want to limit consumer choice. And finally, the Department of Health and Human Services is finalizing a rule that LGBTQ activists call a nasty parting shot. It lets social service providers who get federal funding discriminate based on sexual orientation and gender identity.
Ooh.
Critics say it comes with a host of consequences. For example, an adoption agency can turn away a same-sex couple. A homeless shelter could turn away a gay teenager.
Whoa. They didn't really talk about that much, but this is pretty big. Trump's admin's last-minute policy changes. Social service providers can discriminate based on sexual orientation. So if you are gay and you want to adopt kids, they can be like, no, you're gay. So no, you can't adopt a kid. That's, ooh. Adoption agencies can turn away same-sex couples. Dang. And homeless shelters can turn away queer teenagers. So if you're gay or any, whatever it is that you are, you can't get shelter because of your sexual orientation. Wow, that's messed up. That's messed up. Why would they put that in place at the last second like that? Dang, that's rough. I don't agree with that at all. It seems like a lot of this is centered around like kids and trying to prevent kids from getting parents. Like, do you know how many people need to be adopted? There are so many kids who need homes, bro. I don't like that. That's not cool. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I know I said this wasn't going to be a long video, but I think it is going to end up being a long video. But if you made it to the end, do me a favor, leave a like. Again, day 100. Thank you guys so much for the journey. We're going to keep it going. In terms of goals, again, I haven't created my next goal yet, but I do want to stream more on twitch.tv/InfernoOmni because the reason why I haven't been doing that is because my voice has been destroying me, but it's getting better. I want to play Monster Hunter. I want to play some more games, and I kind of want to be more live. So if we're doing events and stuff like this, it would be super cool to watch the inauguration live with you guys. So if you haven't, follow me on Twitch or join me on the Discord, come through there. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys later. I'm rambling. I apologize to do that at the end of the videos. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the journey. I'll see you guys for the next 100 uploads. Nah, if I miss an upload, it's not a big deal, okay? It's not a big deal. I'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and have a good one.